Hey there, tennis fans. I'm James Waterson, and welcome to Tennis Now's News Update Show, where we've got all you need to know about what's going on in tennis. Andy Murray won his third title within the last month when he vanquished David Ferrer 7-5, 6-4 at the Shanghai Rolex Masters. The win caps a monumental run that saw him win 16 matches in a row and earn his first win against Rafael Nadal in 1 year in the final in Tokyo. More importantly, it also saw him supplant Roger Federer as the world number 3. This is a huge deal as it pushes Federer out of the top 3 for the first time since June of 2003. Now, Murray's ascension to number 3 was helped by the fact that Federer and Novak Djokovic had to withdraw from the Shanghai Masters because of injury. That's especially the case for Federer, as he had 600 points to defend from making the finals in Shanghai last year, where he lost to Murray. Oddly enough, only 595 points separated the two players before the tournament began, and only 5 separate them now. Yet that gap could considerably widen, as Federer has 2,610 points to defend the rest of this year, compared to Murray's 625. The good news for Federer fans is, as it stands right now, the Swiss is still more than 3,000 points ahead of David Ferrer, who is the world number 5. Now on the women's side, Petra Kvitova won her first title since Wimbledon when she beat Dominika Cibulkova 6-4, 6-1 in Linz, Austria. Kvitova has had a rough time of it since she won her maiden Grand Slam title, and she lost in the first round of the US Open, but she's gotten her game back on track lately. She made the semifinals in Tokyo, and she also posted wins against Daniela Hantuchova and Jelena Jankovic in Austria. Meanwhile, another Grand Slam champ, Samantha Stosur, was trying to find her way back into the winner's circle in Osaka, Japan, but Marion Bartoli, the tournament's second seed, was too good for her in the final as she beat the US Open champion 6-3, 6-1. Besides Murray's ascension to number 3, we've seen some other interesting changes in the rankings this week. Shanghai semifinalist Feliciano Lopez jumped 7 spots to number 21, one shy of his career high, while Florian Mayer, the German who beat Nadal in the third round, hopped up 3 spots to number 20. Kei Nishikori, the other semifinalist, jumped 17 spots to number 30, which makes him the highest-ranked Japanese male tennis player in Open-era history. On the women's side, Kim Clijsters is out of the top 10 as she's been replaced by Bartoli and Andrea Petkovic. Clijsters won the Australian Open but has struggled with injuries since April. She lost in the second round in the French Open, didn't play Wimbledon, had to retire in Toronto, and skipped the US Open. Evgeniya Rodina was the biggest mover in the WTA as the surprise Linz quarterfinalists leaped 10 spots to number 94. This week, the men and women are in Moscow, while there is another WTA tournament in Luxembourg and an ATP event in Stockholm. Vera Zvonareva is the top seed in Moscow, followed by WTA European Championships hopefuls Agnieszka Radwanska and Marion Bartoli. Janko Tipsarevic and Viktor Troicki lead a weaker men's field that includes only 3 top 20 players. Meanwhile, in Luxembourg, Victoria Azarenka and Anastasia Pavlyuchenkova are the 2 top-seeded players. Sabina Lisicki, the would-be 3rd seed, withdrew because of a gastrointestinal illness. In Stockholm, Gael Monfils, Juan Martín del Potro, and Stanislas Wawrinka lead a tough field that also includes Milos Raonic and David Nalbandian. Now, to stay up to date on how the players are doing this week, make sure to check us out at tennisnow.com and follow us on Twitter and Facebook. As always, thanks for watching, and have a great week, everybody.